Yeah, I got this tuxedo shirt, got dressed and pressed this week. How's it going, guys? It's DJ Phoenix from 20 here, and I am going to start a new series. Again, this is the third new series this week, I know, right? Crazy. But I'm starting a new series this week that is fantasy football injury updates. Now, I know fantasy football is huge right now, has been huge for a while, so I want to help people clear up injury rumors and tell you who is probably not going to play and who probably is going to play. So I hope this helps you, and here we go. First injury we're going to update is the Arizona wide receiver John Brown. He is doubtful against the Dallas Cowboys due to a quadricep injury that he suffered in his previous game. I'd keep an eye out to see if he's going to play or not, but I would assume he's going to sit for this week. Not a big amount of pressure on this one just because nobody owns him as much, but Arizona tight end Jermaine Gresham is questionable against Dallas with a rib injury. Again, he's more of a day-to-day thing. Keep updated if you have him. Most people don't, so it's kind of okay whether he plays or not. Another one, Baltimore running back Terrence West. He suffered a soft tissue injury and is questionable against the Jacksonville Jaguars in their London game this week. Now, he's projected to have 13.3 points, so keep an eye out for that just to make sure he plays or not. I think they're deciding more on the side that he might play, but just keep an eye on that because, he's a pretty big back and people own him a lot. This one is pretty crushing because, spoiler, I had him on my fantasy team. I started him and it wasn't too good, but Carolina Panthers tight end Greg Olsen is now out 6 to 8 weeks with a broken foot. So my prayers to him. I hope he gets better, but do not start him this week. Next one is Cincinnati Bengals tight end Tyler Eifert. Now, you knew when drafting this guy in your fantasy that he may be a little bit injury prone due to his past history, yet he's injured again. He's questionable to play. Hopefully he does play, a poor guy, but he is projected to have 10 points. So again, that's another one you might want to keep your eye out just in case he does play. Cleveland wide receiver Corey Coleman was placed on the IR Tuesday due to his hand injury, so sit him. He is not going to play this week. I can't believe I had to say this. He's owned in 0.5% of the leagues, so make sure Josh Gordon is not starting for you this week. I'm pretty sure he's not going to play. The next one is Benny Fowler III, Denver's wide receiver. He had a concussion against the Dallas Cowboys. Now, it was reported that he may have collapsed a couple times. I would keep an eye out for that. Now he has to go through the whole concussion protocol to see if he can play next week. Just keep an eye out. He's projected to get near 5-ish, 7 points in your fantasy team. So just keep an eye on that. Make sure he's healthy. Make sure he's not. That way you know who to start him or not. This one is another guy I had on my fantasy team. Green Bay Packers wide receiver Jordy Nelson is questionable after suffering an injury on the first drive of the game. He's questionable and 50-50 to play, so I'd keep posted on that. The next one is actually Green Bay Packers wide receiver Randall Cobb, who was pulled late against the Falcons. However, just keep an eye on this one because if Jordy is out and Cobb is healthy, I would look for a big game from Cobb, considering the fact they're playing against the Bengals and there's no Aaron Rodgers to go off, give him some cold passes, and maybe a good start for this week. To a suffering Indianapolis Colts franchise, quarterback Andrew Luck is still out this week. Sorry. After a week 1 great play by Minnesota Vikings quarterback Bradford, he was out last week. He's still doubtful to return. This one I wouldn't really hold your breath on. I would assume he'd be out for another week, maybe another couple weeks. Sit him, but just keep updated just in case he plays. New England Patriots wide receiver Danny Amendola suffered a concussion in the last game against the New Orleans Saints. I'd keep, post on this one again. He has to go through the whole protocol, see whether he can play or not. Just make sure there's news within this week to whether he'll play or not. Just keep posted on that. Another tight end on this list, which I think tight ends got really hurt this week, so I'm sorry for all you tight end owners in fantasy football. New England Patriots tight end Rob Gronkowski is questionable with a groin injury. Although he has said there's nothing serious, he's a day-to-day, but I expect him to play. He's a big guy, so make sure you keep an eye on that. Another New England Patriots wide receiver, Chris Hogan, is questionable with a knee. He finished his game this past week, however, he was spotted with an ice pack on his knee. I'd keep updated. I'm assuming he's going to play. He played through the last game. So just keep an eye on that, whether he starts or whether he doesn't. The next couple of days should keep you informed on that. Another tight end is Pittsburgh Steelers tight end Jesse James. Although not many people own him in fantasy football, he is now ranked 6th between all tight ends in the league so far. He's questionable with an ankle, although the Pittsburgh Steelers came out and said there's nothing serious about the injury and he's expected to play. Just make sure you keep an eye on that. Make sure that nothing happens, a relapse or anything. So to keep focused on that, and maybe he'll play. The next one is Tennessee Titans running back DeMarco Murray. He right now is questionable with a hamstring after being removed from his last game. However, he's day-to-day right now, but he will most likely play according to coaches and staff in the Tennessee organization. So I'd keep an eye out for that. He's projected to get a decent amount of points, around I think 13, 15-ish. So I'd keep an eye on that, make sure he plays or not. Last one is Washington Redskins tight end Jordan Reed. After suffering a chest contusion, he is now questionable. However, he's stated to unlikely miss the game against the Raiders. Unless said otherwise, keep your eye on that, but I expect him to start. Now that's it for week 3 injury report for fantasy football. I hope that helped you out just the slightest a bit, and I really hope that you enjoyed this new series I'm going to be starting. Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. Just like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below. Tell me, did I help you? Did I screw you over? And I'm so sorry if I screwed your fantasy week over and made you lose. Please don't hate it. I mean, I'm just going off of research that I've been doing for a while. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah. Can I put my, is it too much to ask for?
Alright, I'm going to start Colin Kaepernick.